An NXT event has been cancelled, plus plans for AEW All Out have been revealed, and WWE are launching a new brand this year. It's all in the Cultaholic wrestling news right now. So very close to the day of broadcast, WWE have cancelled a planned NXT event for next Tuesday, part of a big weekend that's coming up this weekend, this Memorial Day weekend in WWE.
Oh, all the wrestling's happening this weekend. We've got Saturday night's main event on Saturday. We've got NXT Battleground, and we've got AEW Double or Nothing, all in the same weekend. So there's a lot of the wrestling.
There's a lot of the wrestling. Then after that, you've got Monday Night Raw as well, and you've got the NXT After Battleground, and that is the event that the kibosh has been put on. It was meant to take place Tuesday, May 27th at the Youngling Center in Tampa, Florida, which will pay host to the Battleground pay-per-view as well. That venue will still host Saturday night's main event. It will still host Monday Night Raw. We'll still host Battleground, but NXT will now emanate from another location, presumably from the NXT shed as normal.
Yeah,
they'll just head back.
The shed, yeah, the good old venue, which is, it gives their shows a certain unique atmosphere because you can tell that the same regulars go again and again. They've got quite a little territory feel of their own in a polished WWE way. Yeah. But no official reason has yet been given for this cancellation.
No.
Ticketmaster released a statement, though, saying all tickets for NXT on Tuesday, which were estimated to be at about 1,700, will be refunded in the next 2 to 3 weeks. WrestleTix reports that Saturday night's main event and Raw are close to sellout, and Battleground has distributed over 6,000 tickets. So is it just a case that they don't want the building to look really empty?
I think, yeah, compared to the other shows, NXT the following Tuesday has drawn the lowest amount. It's this kind of weird hangover when you do these long weekends. I think we figured it out with WrestleMania, where they had the NXT After Stand and Deliver in Vegas, and you could sense that whilst there was a crowd there, it was a very tired crowd. It was a very exhausted wrestling crowd.
And especially if it's something like this, where it's obviously not as big as WrestleMania. Nothing in wrestling is as big as that weekend, but maybe people will have booked off the Monday to go to Raw and turn it into a bit of a long weekend as well. But Tuesday's asking it's a bit too far.
Maybe.
You want to get home.
Yeah. Gonna get back home, get curtains drawn.
On my post. It'll be the neighbours will think, where have they got?
That's it. There'll be milk piling up outside. It'll be a palaver. Battleground is still set to take place this Sunday, though, at the Youngling Center in Tampa, Florida, and the Women's North American title is going to be defended. It's going to be Kalani Jordan, the first ever Women's North American champion, challenging the current champion, Sol Ruka.
Yes, Kalani earned this match on this week's NXT, defeating Ruka's tag team partner, Zarya. Oh, and there was a bit of the finish. That's because the finish came after a malfunction that saw Zarya accidentally spear her tag partner, Sol, and in the confusion, Sol got rolled up by Kalani Jordan. In the confusion, Zarya got rolled up by Kalani Jordan for the win to secure that title shot. Will we see more ructions between those tag team partners in Sol's title defense?
Oh, I reckon so. How will they coexist? Also confirmed for Battleground, we'll see the Culling face Josh Briggs alongside Hank and Tank. This is after Briggs got beaten up by Sean Spears and his Merry Men, and the tag champs came to his rescue, and a 6-man setup for this Sunday.
Yes, one member of the Culling, of course, is Brooks Jensen, Josh Briggs' former tag partner, so I reckon we'll get a big...
A big sort of stop down, square down, and fight.
Lots of dialogue. We love dialogue in the modern WWE as well. You left me. You betrayed me. Also confirmed for Battleground are various matches. Should we alternate them?
Shall we?
Tony D'Angelo will take on his former right-hand man, Stax, a.k.a. Channing Stax Lorenzo.
The TNA World Champion, Joe Hendry.
Oh.
Taking on Trick Williams.
I'm scared about Joe.
I'm concerned too, Joe.
The NXT Women's title will also be on the line as Stephanie Vaquer takes on Jordan Grace.
And the NXT title on the line, Oba Femi defending against Miles Bourne.
Come on, Miles!
Of the Miles!
I can't see Miles doing it, but I think he'll come out of the other side yet a stronger babyface for the experience.
I think, there's a star on the rise in Miles Bourne. That's part of Battleground on Sunday. Part of, as Jack said, a very busy weekend of of wrestling. But looking beyond there for AEW, they have Double or Nothing this Sunday coming up as well. 9 pitches for Double or Nothing on the channel a bit later on today as we look at what we want to happen.
It's what we want to happen.
We want to happen. Double or Nothing. But beyond that, big plans for AEW All Out.
Yes, All Out, which is going to be in Canada this year. The news was confirmed on the Facebook page for the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, which will play host to All Out on Saturday, September 21st. Tony Khan talked about this as well, speaking to the Toronto Sun.
Toronto is one of the greatest wrestling cities on the planet. It's a very special place. When I was in college, I went to spring break in Toronto to watch wrestling, and it's some place I really love. It's definitely, to me, one of my top 4 pro wrestling cities on the planet. I think there's great wrestling fans all over Ontario. We've had great experiences at the Coca-Cola Coliseum, but certainly Scotiabank Arena is a mecca for us and a mecca for pro wrestling. And I'm so excited about bringing AEW All Out back to Scotiabank Arena this year for All Out 2025 on September 20th.
I think he's right. I think Toronto does have hot crowds, and I think that it could provide a unique atmosphere for AEW. Well, it's just Bizarro land, isn't it? They cheer who they want to cheer and they boo who they want to boo.
I think maybe Adam Copeland beats the entire roster in one match.
Oh, it's in Toronto, of course. Of course he shall. It'd be rude not to, really, for him.
Yeah, I think he should. It's what we want to happen. Like 9 pitches, which is later on today. Now, WWE, we've seen hiring a lot of international talent over the last few weeks. We shared a Cultaholic exclusive yesterday. Sources revealing to us that multiple international names, including Mike DiVecchio and Aigle Blanc, will be signing with WWE come September following recent tryouts in the UK. Fightful Select also reported there's an interest in names such as Zazoya from Spain, who you can see before the rest of the world steals him from us at North Wrestling this Saturday. If you're in Newcastle, Zazoya, come see him before the rest of the world talks about him at North Wrestling on Saturday. Also, Luke Jacobs from the UK, the Rev Pro and Progress champion, the double champ that he spent a good time as double champ for both those promotions. A beast of a man. And there's talks that he might be going there as well. Also hearing this morning that a major standout from the United Arab Emirates in Shaheen is another name that WWE are courting. There's reports from sources near us that the plan will be to see Shaheen maybe get a tryout come September once visa issues get sorted. So it's another international, lots of international names, and it seems like there's a reason behind this plethora of talent from across the water.
Yes, it seems like WWE are doing this very deliberately because PW Insider have reported that WWE has been putting a lot of attention into international recruitment in recent weeks. There's been talk internally that they are lining things up to finally launch NXT Europe later in the year.
Now, NXT Europe was talked about around the time of the pandemic, and then there was conversations about expanding NXT UK to become NXT Europe, and then NXT UK closed its doors, and they said it will return as NXT Europe in about 10 minutes, and then it just kind of got mothballed.
Yeah,
came up in conversation in interviews with Shawn Michaels once or twice, and was kind of like, hey, we'll see, we're not too sure what's happening yet, we'll keep you posted. And then the conversation sort of died on the vine when WWE got purchased by TKO, and it looks very much like that conversation is running again.
It certainly does, and I wonder how this is going to line up with WWE's recent strategy of doing more pay-per-views or monthly PLEs in different European cities. Will that increase because they'll be able to have a little weekend with a big weekend with an NXT Europe show as well in whatever city it's in, or will NXT Europe become like that you can have Europe, WWE, the main roster will stick to North America? I think Triple H seems to enjoy branching out and doing shows in cities that maybe don't get too many pay-per-views. So
yeah, I don't see WWE stopping doing these big premium live events across Europe and in other places. Yeah. I just think these brands will probably work to complement them a little bit more.
With that on its way, and with the rumors that AAA and the purchase of that's going to lead to a Mexican branch of WWE. They are taking over the world.
And it's funny because it was another Cultaholic exclusive that we had where it was reported that potentially AAA could be renamed and rebadged as NXT Mexico.
Yes.
So you've got NXT Mexico. Potentially you've got NXT Europe. This was Triple H's dream all those years ago to have all these global brands delivered locally. through NXT. And I think you still have the main WWE brand, the core of WWE touring the world, but you just have support mechanisms in place for local advertising and PR. And also, it's a great feeder system for the cream of those crops, the creme de la creme of those ones, to move to the States and be a part of NXT in America, WWE on the main roster.
It's great for WWE. I do slightly think, what does it mean for the wrestling business as a whole?
Yeah, but there is a concern because when NXT UK happened, it pulled so much talent out of the UK scene. It gutted it for quite some time, and it led to this period of rebuilding. And I, in a weird way, I think that because the UK scene is so hardy that it actually rebuilt stronger. And then when NXT UK folded in on itself, all those talent that were exclusive, were then complementing the talent that had risen through the ranks while they were away.
Well, hopefully that's the case in other places if it has the same effect elsewhere.
Yeah, I'm in two minds about it in the sense that whilst you do kind of want to make sure that local wrestling survives and thrives in and around these potential NXT pop-ups across the world, which might be where it goes. So I'm in two minds, and I'm being very honest about this because, for one, you want to make sure that local talent outside of NXT locals are still supported and grown. You don't want it to just like be a succubus that destroys the industry.
Yeah.
At the same time, if you do need a ring announcer for NXT, hey, got a cat to feed. Got a cat to feed. Just putting that out there.
And if you need a little boy to stand backstage and go, scary wrestler, that's me.
There you go.
You're big scary wrestler.
You've got your entire broadcast team here. You are sorted.
But Triple H is basically playing Risk, is what he's doing. He's got his big board of the world, and he's gradually moving his little yellow figurines all over it. There we go.
That's a great idea. I like the idea of that being the war and just him playing Risk.
What happens if, if this was a big epic film franchise, Tom, this is what would happen. Because you know how the NWA was ended by the rise of the Capital Wrestling Corporation, the WWF, the WWE. What if a new promotion starts and it does the inverse to WWE? It's like, what's going on? Any screenwriters out there in Hollywood, if you need another screenwriter? Hang on. Wait, I've gone to the wrong people.
Hey, screenwriters, would you like another screenwriter?
Would you like another screenwriter?
You might want someone to bounce ideas off.
Yes, maybe.
Might be the way it goes. Jack can prove how creative he is because 9 pitches is later today for AEW Double or Nothing.
Yes, alongside Ross and Andrew, we've all brought pitches to the table and we will each judge each other on how good they are, but you can also do so in the comments below the video.
Are you twitching tonight?
Yes, me and Owen are twitching tonight, twitch.tv/Cultaholic at 6 p.m. BST. We're going to get sacked.
And then you play in Twitch.
Yeah, just from one of our homes.
Why are you getting sacked?
Oh, we've not done well with Fulham recently. We've not done well at all.
No.
We'll try and save it. We'll try and save the day.
Oh, well, good luck with that. You can see whether or not he does get the old 9-10 Jack at twitch.tv/Cultaholic from 6 p.m. British summertime. And for the very latest wrestling news at any time, you can check out cultaholic.com. Keys. Love you, bye. I don't know why I said keys.
There's an Andrew one there.
Andrew's not here. I should have said stay safe. Stay safe and love you, bye. Keys. Okay. Chuck a keys.